I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Lions taking the field. Matthew Stafford in Week 8, the victory over the Giants. 342 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did have 1 interception, but thrown for over 700 yards and 7 touchdowns now in his last 2 games.
He is hot. He is locked in. He's been accurate with the football. And one of the things I've always admired about him, besides the 40,000-plus yards, remember, he did that in the fewest number of games of any player ever. I think it's 147 games to get to 40,000-plus, breaking Matt Ryan's record. Underrated toughness. That was his 133rd straight start. That's incredible in this day and age. Now, I know Phillip Rivers has the #1 at the time active streak, but people forget Matthew Stafford answers the bell each and every week.
And Matt Ryan just ended his streak, so now Stafford's second longest in the NFL. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots take over. The New England Patriots 8-0. Here comes their offense, led by the future Hall of Famer Tom Brady. Threw 2 touchdowns in the Week 8 win over Cleveland to get them to 8-0. But a lot of talk this week about could Tom Brady be playing in a different uniform next year. Could you see that?
Stop. I can't see. What? See? What? Tom Brady in a different uniform? I know people talk about that kind of. Remember when Joe Montana left the 49ers and went to Kansas City? But they had Steve Young in the wings. Jarrett Stidham is the backup quarterback now. That's not Steve Young-esque at this point. What? No.
So you don't think that that's happening? All the rumors and...
If he plays next year, he will be in a Patriots uniform, in my humble opinion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brady now to throw. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they will run it with Michelle. And Michel will find his way in for a New England touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Folk. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Lions offense coming back out here. This is a crew, as we know, they can put up points, ranked 4th in the NFL, largely because of the passing game that you and I discussed earlier. But you saw their game in Week 8. Now they're at 3-3-1 after that win. And now you feel like coming up, the next 2 weeks are really critical for them.
They absolutely are. And I think that they've got a chance when you look at what's coming up for them. They've got opportunities to get right for themselves, to get themselves back a little bit into the race in the NFC North. It'll start with their defense, though. You know they're going to throw the football and throw it well with Matthew Stafford and his guys. On defense, though, they've got to stop people from running the football. And that starts up front with their big defensive tackle, Damon Snacks Harrison, who played quite well against the Giants.
Back to throw, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards, well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Well, let's get back to our discussion earlier about the Patriots here as their offense comes on the field. I mean, they're 8-0.
Tom Brady will play in New England next year.
Oh, I know. You already mentioned that. You already mentioned that. They're 8-0, though, for the 3rd time in franchise history. But at Foxborough, they've won 20 straight games, including the playoffs. Good luck if you have to go there. So when is the loss? Is there going to be a loss this year for New England?
I think there will be. It's so hard to go undefeated. Remember, the Dolphins in 72, the Patriots, they took it all the way to, was that 2007 season, I believe, and went to the Super Bowl before they absorbed their first loss. I think it happens during the regular season. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. At Baltimore, open week, at Philly, home for Dallas, at Houston, home for Kansas City. So if they're winning all their home games, let's throw those teams out. To me, at Baltimore, that's the one that I'm targeting. Eager to see how they chase around Lamar Jackson and how Baltimore plays that game.
That is a tough stretch of games. If they run that gauntlet, then they might just go undefeated. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, that's to his running back, Sony Michel. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady, buying time to his left. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Prater for the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. The Pats at the line ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now Brady, 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Brady going to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, it's Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson there to make the grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone. And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for. Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But thank you. I like that. We'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Let's start with the Chargers at 3-5. Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch, and that gives them 8 wins. Actually have them go 6-2. I think they're going to go 9-7. Ooh, right there on the edge of the playoffs. Okay, let's stay in the AFC West. How about the Broncos at 2-6 right now? I just don't see that offense improving. I think that they win 2 more games and go 4-12. Okay. And Giants 2-6. They're underperforming. Yeah, but their schedule really lightens up on the back end. They're playing hard. I'm going to give them 6 wins, 6-10. Lastly, and I might duck under the table when you answer this one, the Falcons at 1-7. Yeah, that's a tough one because I wonder about what's going to happen with their head coach. But I think they'll play better down the stretch. 4 wins, 4-12. You're off the hot seat, my friend. Thank you. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford, and his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming. Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Now Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola, 42 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Partner, earlier I asked you about some teams that were underperforming so far. Well, right now, let's play a game arrow up, arrow down. I'll give you teams that are kind of in the middle of the pack. You tell me if they're going to go up or down second half of the season. Let's start with the Raiders at 3 and 4.
Arrow up. I think they're going to beat the teams they're supposed to beat, and they will beat someone good down the stretch.
Okay. Now, Jacksonville, they're 500 right now, 4 and 4.
Yeah, but their division is conducive to their arrow going up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Hey, that's right, 80. Watch the run. Check it, reload.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. From the 35 on second down, Brady. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Sugar.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check.
On first down, Michelle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
We got this.
So we've hit half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And now it's 3rd down. And that's incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Brady now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but it's going to be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground is Michel. Room here to run. Past the 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Up and good by Folk. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's McKissick. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Brady now on first down. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for New England. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about?
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On second down, Michel. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now as as they head back out onto the field. And here we play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Stafford. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jamie Collins came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Complete to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again, Mohamed Sanu is marching back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games?
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Michelle fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The tackle made there by Jarrett Davis. Brady gives to Michelle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. 1st-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Caught by the tight end Watson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Wait, ready? Squeeze. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Brady toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
And Michel will find his way in for a Patriots touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Folk connects on the extra point. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Let's go.
And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pass from Stafford caught by Amendola, and he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. That is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Kyle Van Noy able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From midfield, here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Get a lady! Get a lady!
Watch the pass.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing to Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out.